The last cup of tea. The old wooden clock ticked softly in the quiet afternoon, its rhythmic beat the only sound in the lonely house. Eleanor sat at the worn kitchen table, her frail hands gently wrapped around a delicate porcelain cup. Across from her, an untouched cup of tea sat, its steam curling upward as if reaching for someone who would never return. James had been gone for 6 months, yet every day at precisely 4 o'clock she made 2 cups of tea, one for herself and one for him. It was a foolish ritual, perhaps, but rituals were all she had left. For 43 years they had shared this sacred moment. No matter how busy life became, no matter the burdens they carried, they always paused for tea. It was never just about the tea. It was about togetherness, about the comfort of knowing that no matter what, there was always this small moment that belonged only to them. But now, time stretched endlessly without him. The house that had once been filled with laughter and soft conversations was now filled only with silence. The kind of silence that felt heavier than words, the kind that settled into her bones and whispered of loss. She reached out, her trembling fingers brushing the rim of his cup. She could almost hear his voice, deep and gentle, carrying the same warmth as the tea he used to sip. "Ellie," he had said to her on their last afternoon together, his fingers wrapped around his cup as if holding on to time itself. "One day, you'll sit here alone, and when that day comes, I want you to promise me something." She had scoffed, not wanting to hear such words. "James, don't talk like that. Promise me," he insisted, his tired eyes holding a depth she wasn't ready to understand. "Fine," she sighed. "What is it? Don't let my absence steal your life." He paused, choosing his words carefully. "Grief is love with nowhere to go, but don't let it keep you from living. Keep finding beauty in small things, in the first bloom of spring, in the laughter of a stranger, in the warmth of your tea." She had blinked away tears, forcing a smile. "And what about your cup? One day, when you're ready, drink it for me. Not out of sorrow, but out of remembrance, out of love." She had laughed then, calling him dramatic. But now, sitting alone with his cup in front of her, she finally understood. Tears slipped silently into her own tea as she lifted his cup for the first time. She brought it to her lips, feeling the warmth, tasting the past, the memories, the love. And for the first time since he left, she did not feel alone. Because love does not end when someone is gone. It lingers in the quiet moments, in the rituals, in the simple act of sipping tea at 4 o'clock. She set the empty cup down gently, exhaling a breath she had been holding for 6 months. Tomorrow she would make only 1 cup, but today, for the last time, she drank for both of them, and in that moment she knew he was never truly gone.